Hi there, I'm Shanna Babe Thomas, the Executive Director for Community Bridges. We are a nonprofit based in Montgomery County, Maryland, serving girls in grades 4 through 12. Our mission is to empower girls from diverse backgrounds to become exceptional students, positive leaders, and healthy young women. Our organization started in 1997, and when our organization was started by our founder, Naomi Nim, she saw a need in Silver Spring, where our office is located, and she started the program for just middle school girls. We quickly learned that we actually need to be with girls before they transition into middle school, and then shortly after realized we need to actually stay with girls until they complete high school. Our program today is 4th through 12th grade, and we work with the girls in the after and out of school setting, and we're trying to create a safe space for our young women. In some schools, we do allow 3rd graders, and an exception can be made if a girl is a cousin and or a sibling of a girl currently in our program. We are encouraging girls to embrace their potential, become leaders, and ultimately break the cycle of poverty for her and her family using education as a vehicle. We know that if girls go on to post-secondary education and have a successful career, they're 90% more likely to come back and assist their family and help their family in getting out of poverty. Here are 3 of our CB girls, 2 of which are now alum. And this quote right here is for Emily, who is seen on the far right. Emily just recently graduated from Montgomery College and will be attending University of Maryland in the fall. In the middle, her sister Alice just graduated from Blair High School and will be going to Trinity College in the fall. And on the far left is Josie, their younger sister, who will be a junior at Kennedy High School. Emily said when asked, "I didn't see college as a possibility before. I didn't think I'd be able to afford it. Community Bridges gave me the right resources and opened the opportunity of college for me and my sisters." I want to talk a little bit about a unique approach. There's many organizations that work with girls and many organizations that work with youth in general. Some are focused on just middle school, others are focused on just high school, but our program is unique. We work with girls on a 9-year continuum. We do want to start with a girl when she's in 4th grade, and we want to continue with her until she's in 12th grade. If you are watching this and your daughter is older than 4th grade, that is okay. We'll take a girl at any point on the continuum. The more years we have with her, the better. But our approach is also working each and every year. We're working on the whole girl versus just pieces of the girl. We know that if a girl feels connected to herself, connected to her community, connected to her school, and connected to her family, and understands where her future can take her, she's going to be successful in school and at home and in her community. So we find when girls come to us, they're sometimes unmotivated, maybe disengaged. They're not often the ones who are speaking up and raising their hands in class. Sometimes they may have low self-esteem or unhealthy body image. Maybe they're not doing well in school. Maybe they're having poor academic performance. Maybe they're just not wanting to show up to school. Maybe they're not wanting to participate in after-school activities or extracurricular activities at the school. Sometimes maybe they're lacking the job skills, and or maybe they're struggling with friendships or maybe family dynamics. Through our program, we work on goal setting and advocacy. We're helping our girls to reach their goals and also not only advocate for themselves, but advocate for their peers and their family and the community as a whole. Every girl gets a chance to speak up in our program. Traditionally, we're in the after-school setting, but today you're watching this video because we are now in Zoom and doing distance learning just as school is. But no matter whether it's Zoom or in the classroom, all of our girls get the opportunity to speak and have their voice heard. We embrace diversity and we're building identity within each of the girls and within program and within our safe cohort, our safe space. Our girls have healthy body image. We're talking about college prep. Like I said, we are an after-school program, but we're happening when girls are not doing their distance learning. When they're needed us most, we're going to be there, whether it's for a Zoom session, an Instagram Live, or just checking in one-on-one with the girls. We have mentoring and career prep. We have family events, and we do team building. And as you say, family events, we're doing workshops for our families. While we know that we need to work with the girls, we need to work with each and every one of you too. What do you need? What are you looking for? What kind of workshops can we have for you that will help you to support your daughters? We find that after girls have been in our program, they're engaged in their community. They're speaking up. They're empowered self-advocates. They're empowered advocates for their community, for the other girls, for their families. They're healthy and self-confident. They're committed to school and committed to further their education, whether that be going on to college or just post-secondary certificate or degree. They're engaged in school. They're prepared for that career that's going to ultimately help them to end the cycle of poverty. and they're cultivating positive relationships with their friends, with their peers, with their classmates, with their family, with their teachers, with the community at whole. So I want to talk about each of our programs. Our umbrella program, or the main program that girls enter into Community Bridges through, is the Community Bridges Girls Program. That is our traditional after-school program that happens with girls from grades 4th through 12th. We are working traditionally in the after-school setting, or as I mentioned right now, through Zoom, in with our schools that feed into one another. For example, we're at Pinecrest Elementary School that feeds into Eastern Middle School, that feeds into Blair High School. So as you see, we're working with the girls from 4th grade all the way through 12th grade. But again, if you're watching this video and your daughter's in middle school or your daughter's in high school, it's never too late to become a Community Bridges girl. And you will always hear, once we say, once a CB girl, always a CB girl. We're always here for our girls and for our families. In the CB Girls program, we're working, like I mentioned before, on self-esteem, advocacy, empowerment, working with what's most important to the girls and how that they can learn about themselves and learn about their community as a whole. Once girls have joined our Community Bridges Girls program, we layer on top of that additional programs that they can partake in or that you can partake in. Our CB College and Career Planning program is working with our high school girls one-on-one on that college process. It's from anywhere from doing a college tour to a virtual tour to working on their college essay to prepping for their SATs to working on their FAFSA to understanding the whole process as a whole, and how can we really guide that girl to the college, to the choice that she wants, and help her to not only get there, to get accepted, but also have the funding to ensure that she can complete her college of her choice. We also layer on top of that our CB mentoring program, which is currently for girls in grades 8 through 12. So our CB mentoring program is when the CB girl gets paired one-on-one with a volunteer mentor. And they create a year-long relationship working on 3 goals: something personal, something scholastic, and something career ambition. But that mentor is also just there as a support for our CB girl, as well as for the CB family, and building that positive relationship, just somebody that the girl can check in with, can talk to, and can be there for her. Our CB Family Institute, I mentioned that there's programs for you as well as your daughters. The CB Family Institute, we do monthly programs where we can be talking something is how do you engage your daughter in social media? So how do you know what she's doing on social media? How do you keep her safe? How do you build a relationship with your daughter? How do you understand what human trafficking is and to keep your daughter safe from that? Anything and everything, we are here for you. But the one way that we've truly pivoted during COVID-19 is ensuring that the needs of all of our families are met. And I'll use some examples. If you're wondering where you're going to get food from, or maybe transportation you don't have to get to the nearest grab and go, we are here for you. We are connecting our families weekly with food distributions and actually having volunteers deliver the food to your homes if you don't have transportation. Or if you do, then connecting you and being that resource for making sure you have your appointment and have food that's there for your family. Toiletries, making sure those needs are met. Basic craft supplies. There are girls so they have materials not only for school, but materials for our CB program. We've been delivering kits to families' homes. And most importantly, you can't go anywhere today without a mask. So we've supplied reusable, washable masks for all of our families and deliver them directly to their homes. Our newest program is our Cbo Alumni Network. Because remember I mentioned, once a CB girl, always a CB girl. And we want to continue to stay not only engaged, but to be here as a support system. So now you've gotten into college, but how do you ensure that you have your funding each year? How do you make friends? How do you know where to go to get your resume looked at? Whatever it might be, we want to provide that bridge and that guidance for all of our alums to be successful post-secondary and even after college graduation or after their associate's graduation. How can we be there for them and what their needs are? And most importantly, during COVID-19, also meeting their needs. We could not do what we do without our CB volunteers. They've been crucial during this time. From, like I said, mentioning delivering food, to delivering masks, to delivering books for program, whatever it might be, we've called upon our volunteers. And we take any volunteers, even CB families, you can volunteer and help another family or help us. We're always looking for more volunteers and want to find ways to get you engaged. So talk a little bit about our impact. 100% of our high school girls have graduated from high school and gone on to college since our program began in 2014. That is over 200 educated, empowered girls dedicating to their academic and career success, which means that also dedicated to helping their families and supporting the community. Last year, 100% of our families, when asked, said that they saw an increase in their daughter's ability to solve problems and resolve conflict after participating in community bridges. Last year, also when asked, 100% of our girls said that the community bridges program makes them feel safe and important. When surveyed, this is prior to COVID-19, 92% of our girls did qualify for free or reduced meals. And last year we saw between our mentors and mentees, they spent 1,994 hours together in a positive mentoring relationship. Here's another one of our amazing alum who actually just graduated from Towson University and will be joining the CB team as our newest AmeriCorps Vista this fall. When we asked Rosalie about Community Bridges, she said, "Community Bridges helped me to become a better leader by learning to speak up for myself on things I know aren't right. I also know that as a woman, I have a lot of power to make a difference." And she certainly is going to be making a difference this next year, is helping us to shape and mold our alumni program. Here's another one of our amazing alum, Jordine, who's currently at Cornell. When Jordine was asked, she said that CB helped me to write and edit my essay that got me into Cornell. They provided me with the unique opportunities that I could put on my application and talk about in college interviews. We are so very proud of Jordine and know that she's going to be doing amazing things in the next few years. That brings me to the end. So this is just kind of a quick overview of Community Bridges, what we do, the impact we're having on the community, and how we are empowering girls from diverse backgrounds to become exceptional students, positive leaders, and healthy young women. And if you have a daughter, or you have a niece, or you have a granddaughter in grades 4 through 12, we want her to be part of this program. We want her to join our community, our family. And as you can see, here's just amazing faces of some of the girls we've served over the last few years. And we hope that your daughter or your niece or your granddaughter will be one of them as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to email inform@communitybridges-md.org, and we'll be sure to get back to you shortly. Thank you so much and have a great day.